This is literally both the best and worst thing that's happened to me so far in the NFT space. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so it's all started from the MOONBIRDS raffle. I was lucky enough to get in and win a spot on the allow list to mint the MOONBIRDS NFT. I minted it for 2.5 ETH, which is roughly $7,500. And a few hours later, I flipped it for 10 ETH, which is roughly $30,000. And after fees, I made a profit of around 6.7 ETH, roughly $21,000. Am I happy? Of course I'm happy. This is the most money that I've made so far from a single NFT sale. But the truth is, I should have held this NFT. Let's come over to OpenSea right now and see the current floor price. Okay, so as we can see here, MOONBIRDS is almost at 36 ETH right now. So if we come over and click on the cheapest one right here, as we can see here, it's literally over $100,000. So I missed out on around $70,000 selling this NFT. So this video is going to be as much for myself as it is for you guys, just reflecting on the lessons that I've learned from this and how I'm going to change my approach with NFTs moving forward when I come across projects like this that I should really be holding on to. Okay, so the first lesson that I learned has got to be to realize when a project has an amazing team behind it. Of course, with this project, I've done loads of research into it to see exactly what it's offering, the team behind it, the history behind it, etc. So coming over to who exactly is releasing this project, it's going to be the team behind the Proof Collective. And as you can see here, this has an insane floor price right now of around 140 ETH. It recently basically flipped Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is insane. But the Proof Collective is a group of 1,000 NFT investors who are basically constantly sharing alpha, and they've built this super tight-knit community that is providing a ton of value, as it's obviously reflected in the floor price right here. These NFTs don't just get this floor price for no reason. So with MOONBIRDS being the secondary collection to Proof Collective, I really should have just held onto it and had faith in the team to deliver value with this project and for the floor price to continue to rise with this project. And the second lesson that I learned from this is to not be too hard on myself. At first, I felt sick when these were hitting 60k, 70k, 80k, 90k, and finally 100k. I'm seeing it all over Twitter, and honestly, I was burning. But if you find yourself in a situation like this, of course you're going to be kicking yourself, but you've got to remember, one, the insane profit that you've probably made from selling this NFT. Two, if we actually come over to the NFT that I sold here and look at the price history, so obviously I minted it here for 2.5 ETH, and then we come over to where I sold it, 9.99 ETH. And then the person who's bought that has actually sold it for 18.5 ETH. And the person who's bought that has sold it for 29 ETH. So everyone has basically been making around 10 ETH profit. And I'm sure this is very similar with a lot of the other MOONBIRDS in the collection. I really can't kick myself for not holding this all the way to 100k, because if I'm being honest with myself, if I didn't sell at the 30k price point, once I saw 50k, I probably would have took my profits. Once I saw 70k, I probably would have taken my profits. So it was unrealistic for me to actually have the conviction to hold this to 100k, so I can't hold myself accountable to that. But having said that, in the future, going back to what I said earlier, if I have conviction in a project and conviction in a team in the long run, if an opportunity comes like this again for me, I won't be so hesitant to hold on to the project. And I think in general, with the NFT space, I've just had a quick flip mentality recently, and a lot of influencers tell you always lock in profits, and this is true because obviously a lot of projects are dumping to zero, but you need to know when you come across a good project with a solid team behind it, you've really got to diamond hand it. And I wish that's what I had done. And that leads me on to number 3, to have a bit more of a long-term mindset on the NFT space as a whole. If you look at the history of NFT projects that have done well, the holders are always rewarded the best in the long run. And there are certain NFT projects that are always going to be a quick flip, and you need to just be able to filter between these ones and the collections that you're going to hold. And I'm still learning how to do this. But in general, before deciding to sell or hold a project, make sure you're doing loads of research into the project. But once you've done that research, form an opinion of the project and speak to someone or speak to the own voice in your head and have a little discussion about why why you are or are not bullish on the project. Even write down pros and cons, rate your conviction from 1 to 10. Just evaluate how you actually feel about the project before making a decision on whether to sell or hold. But yeah, this video was obviously just sort of a reflection on my experience in the past couple of days with Moonbirds. This is just me talking to the camera. I haven't even planned this one like I used to, so I hope you guys gain some value out of it. And in general, I'm going to keep these lessons in mind when moving forward in the NFT space, and I'm sure I'll come across another opportunity like this again, and I'm sure you guys will too. The fact that you're even watching this video, you're early to the NFT space, and you're surrounding yourself with insane, profitable opportunities like this, I honestly can't compare this to anything else in the business world. Buying something for 7.5k and being able to flip it for over 100 grand within a matter of days, it's insane. The NFT space is filled with opportunity. You just have to go out there and get it. This raffle was a 25% chance of winning. Guys, if you're making losses right now in the NFT space, just stay at it. Your time is going to come. I believe in the space, and if you're watching this, I believe in you. But yeah, be sure to check out my Twitter to hear more about my thoughts and opinions on the market. And I'll be back again soon, bringing you guys the best upcoming projects, top calls and analysis on the market. So hit the subscribe button if you want to be involved in my journey and grow with me. But as always, I've been Aaron Warlock NFT. Thanks for watching.